Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is the channel I Am Toys once again. So this is going to be a kind of repeat review because somehow I accidentally deleted this old video review that I did, and I have no idea how that happened, but I'm going to try to keep this as kind of brief as possible. It's not going to be as in-depth as the other one, which I don't think was even that long to begin with. But obviously this is going to be kind of a repeat of that, but kind of the nitty-gritty, you know, the nuts and bolts. I'm not going to get too into crazy details about Donald Pleasence and his history and all that stuff. You know, I will touch on it a little bit, but like I said, it's not going to be too crazy. So anyway, make sure you hit that 4K option, you know, on the YouTube settings, so you get this in all the full resolution. And as usual, man, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the dislike button if you don't like it, and subscribe if you want to keep seeing this kind of content, and so on and so forth. So obviously, this is Donald Pleasence. If you have lived under a rock all your life and you have no idea who this is Dr. Loomis, Dr. Samuel Loomis, which is essentially the main protagonist, and we would say in the Halloween franchise, I guess, at least in the films, the initial films. And this is the original do-gooder, the darn do-gooders. But this is an incredible figure, man. Alex Sanchez I think was the organizer of this way back when, and multiple people are involved in this. Yunsel did the outfit. Legion, I think a lot of people have always called these people Legio 7, but I think they're actually supposed to be referred to as Legion. I didn't know that. I could be wrong. I might be botching it again. Who knows? The head sculpt was done by them. Again, the accessories, actually, I'm not sure on the accessories right now, but I'll pop out the COA, which I forgot to actually show in the last video anyway. And we'll get a look at that. I'll rotate this guy around, talk about the movie a little bit, and that'll basically kind of summarize, I guess. And as usual, like I said, I'll turn him around and we'll kind of go from there. But anyway, let me stop blabbing. Let's just get into it. See you on the other side. So as this guy turns around, you're going to see him as usual. This is what I'm trying to do with these figures more often, is kind of let them rotate around, get all those perspectives and whatnot. But anyway, you know, some things about this guy real fast. I'm just going to ramble off some stuff because I like to give history of kind of these characters and who they embody and who they represent. So, you know, Pleasence was obviously, he's a Brit. You know, he was born in England, and just like I was. Most people don't know that about me, but it is true. But anyway, you know, this dude, man, he was in the military when he was in England. I think he even fought in World War II. I think the dude was even a POW for a while. Later on, he was in, I think he did theater. I think he also did, what the heck, man, he was in an episode of The Twilight Zone, I think. There may have even been more episodes with him, but I think that was the only one. Obviously, we all know him, you know, in Halloween, you know, again, the ultimate protagonist in the Halloween films. I think at one point he was going to do, what the heck was it? I think there was plans to put him in some Puppet Master films, but that never came to fruition. I'm not sure why. And one thing that some people don't know is that Part 4, which I believe is where I think Pleasence, well, actually, no, he comes back after, you know, obviously Part 2, after the explosion, and then I think you see him in Part 4 where he's got that really bad makeup on his face for part of the film, and then it gets redone and it looks a little bit better. It initially looks like he has like a mole or a wart growing on his face. Like, it looks bizarre, man. But he apparently, from what I understand, they kind of, what's a good word? Misinformed him, I guess, or kind of conned him into being in Part 4, or basically lied to him. Essentially, from what I understand, they told him that Carpenter read the script for Part 4, and the Carpenter was like praising it and saying it was going to be amazing, and that's the only reason that he took it. And then I guess he found out later that was all BS. At least I would have hoped that he would have found out. But again, just there's some interesting things about this guy's, about this guy's life. So those are the 360 kind of views of them, all the side profiles and whatnot. And then what I'm going to do now is just kind of get in close, pan them real quick, talk about it. You know, again, show you the COA too as well. I'll have that up in the next shot. And then that'll be it. We'll close out after that, folks. All right, guys, so here's a wide out shot of this guy, and then we're going to go in on him. And as we go in on this guy, what a killer head sculpt, man. And again, this is done by Jorge or Legio 7 rather. You know, that's what they, what he essentially goes by. And like I said, the clothes are done by Yunsel, the head sculpt again done by Legio 7 or Legion or whatever. But honestly, I checked on the COA. I don't know who did the accessories. I mean, there's not much that comes with it. You get a, as we go in here, I'll go a little bit closer just so you can see. You get a matchbook, you get some leaves, which I'm not sure how they were sourced, but that's an awesome touch. Obviously, the fall, Halloween, obviously when it takes place. If you don't know that, you're silly. And you get a custom-made base. They put some grass there too as well. It says Dr. Loomis on there, and that's it as far as accessories, I think. The gun, and that's honestly about it. And those of you wondering who did the paint, you guys are probably like, who the hell did that wonderful paint job? That is the one and only Nathan Eakins. He did the paint application on this guy, and this killer, man. I mean, when he did this, he actually had sent me a message and was like, dude, he was like, I think yours is even better than mine. And he did an awesome job, man. Absolute awesome job. As you can see, that is just, it doesn't get any better than that, man. It doesn't get any better than that. Just a killer job. And Yunsel just did an amazing job on the clothes. I mean, just look at that, dude. That is just fantastic. She did a killer job. There's a little fat suit, a little belly pad underneath there too to give it that little extra push like it should. Just awesome, man. Awesome. So, like I said, this is going to be kind of a faster review. Hopefully, I'm not forgetting too much. I think I basically gave you kind of the ins and outs and the mechanics of this figure and what went into it and who's part of it. I'm going to zoom in on that COA too. It's huge, but it's nice because it's kind of like an intake evaluation form basically. And might as well show it to you. Really nice touch. You see it says Michael Audrey Myers on there. Just really cool, man. You got some red directions there. You better pay attention to that. I'll let you read that, as I have this thing in the way, so you're probably not getting it all. Sorry about that. And this is 13 to 20, as you can see. And down there, like I said, it doesn't say anything about who did the accessories. So I'm going to kind of zoom in over here. It just says, the sculpt. There you go. Tour box, again, Yunsel, and art direction, Alex Sanchez. So, like I said, sorry, I don't know who the hell did the accessories. I don't know if they were outsourced or the hands or 3D printed, sculpted, or what. Unfortunately, so I can't give you that info. But what a great figure, man! I mean, what a dope figure. I mean, this is one of the most awesome tribute figures that you could possibly have, for a character. If you're a Halloween fan, I mean, other than having Michael Myers, this is the only other figure to have, man. Well, and Laurie, obviously. Laurie is definitely one to have as well. We'll see when someone actually puts a good version of her out. I don't know when the hell that's going to happen. Probably when I'm like 90. And you guys know I love trying to give you some underneath shots. It's killer, man. The definitive Dr. Loomis. This guy passed away, I think, in 1995. Whoops, sorry about that. Passed away in 1995. I'm not sure what he died from. I know he was, he's been married a couple times, I know that. Divorced, I forget how many kids, I want to say maybe 2 or 3. I'm not sure. But dude was a great guy from what I understand. He was really a great dude. So, let me get back up on him. Just amazing, man. What a dope figure. So, all right, man, I think that's really about it. I think I'm just going to close out after this, guys. All right, folks, and that's it. So we're going to close out, man. Like I already said, dope figure, great tribute figure to have just to such an awesome character and one of the most original protagonists in the horror genre for a franchise. And happy to own it, man. And those of the folks who have, you know, one of the 20, very, very happy. And I'm sure everyone else is happy too. If you've got a good paint app on this sculpt, then this is one of the most definitive characters in the horror genre to have, guys. It really is. So that's it. You know, stay tuned for some other videos in the future. And I don't know, I don't have anything else to say. I gotta go. Deuces.